My project is focusing on collaboration and integration of architectural design and available digital technologies to develop an engaged and well-connected community through information. The main focus is to approach a socially sustainable community. The thesis is comprising of 5 chapters. Chapter 1 is focusing on site analysis. Chapter 2 is based on community and engagement. And Chapter 3 is on available technologies and examples of its integration into architecture. Chapter 4 and 5 is the project work and the reflection. Overview of the location. Rhodes is located 16 kilometres west of the Sydney Central Business District, and it sits on a peninsula between Bray Bay and Homebush Bay on the southern bank of Parramatta River. It was an industrial site, and Peninsula was one of the world's most polluted former industrial sites, and the land had to go through a remediation process. There are different modes of transport to and from the suburb. There is a one-car policy which limits households and enforces the residents to use other mode of transports. High-density residential areas as well as mixed-use are located on the west side of the railway station, when the low density is located on the east side of the railway. Heritage mainly is located on the east side, and the west is all reclaimed because the west is all reclaimed land. With the community, here you can see that the railway is splitting the east and the west side of the suburb physically, and it has resulted on minimal social interaction between both communities, established and developing, and the contrast is quite evident between east and west. There is only 3 access points available at the moment. There are impacts of such rapid developments, including unacceptable population density, overwhelming traffic problems, and stress on educational facilities, as well as overloading of public transport. The proposed community centre is located within 500-metre radius of the main public transport. There are some existing facilities which are all located on, or mostly located on the west side of the railway, the developing area. The sections are going to show the human relation to the built environment and the differences between the corridor streets views and the one on the foreshore. Some social statistics, such as the language mostly used in the community, needs to be considered, and there are other things such as household structure and household occupancy that will determine the target audience and will influence the design. With the technology, I just went through some available technologies that can be integrated into design. This screen is Displex and it's highly interactive. It's able to detect about 16 fingers at once, and even the wind and the breath is capable of detection by this technology. The aerial 3D works by focusing laser light, producing plasma excitation from the oxygen and nitrogen in the air. The LEAP is a new 3D motion control system and is accurate down to the hundredth of a millimeter level and can reflect movement by any of a user's fingers. Here, looking at some precedents. This one is the ring installation by Arnaud Lapierre in Paris, and it plays with the context of the urban environment through reflections. I just believe that it is quite suitable for part of the community centre, which is a reflection of culture and people's needs. Here is the ice stop, and it senses information about the environment and distributes it in a form accessible to all citizens, which again can be useful to be placed along the suburb. To sum up, I just believe that it would be possible to achieve social sustainability in rapidly growing communities by integration and collaboration of digital technology and architecture within a community.